Hey y'all, on this episode of Real Talk with B, I am going to be discussing, are y'all ready? Dun, 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 setting boundaries and how important it is. A lot of people don't think that boundaries are important or are a necessity. However, it really is. And you have to set boundaries with everyone, not just in a relationship, but with family, friends, co-workers, when you're out in public. You got to set boundaries. So let's dive right into it. um, so yeah, for me, it took me a while to realize the importance of setting boundaries. It took me years actually, because I would wonder like why people keep handling me this way, why are people treating me this way. And a bulb went off that I never paid attention to before. Didn't realize that I was allowing people to do me any kind of way and treat me any kind of way. So I had to start setting boundaries with people. And since I've set boundaries, I can honestly say that I have felt a lot better. Um, I haven't been stressing as much. I haven't been as like upset with people because I just tell you what it is. And after I tell you, whatever boundary it is that you've crossed, and if you decide to continue to do the same thing, then guess what? I'm cutting you off for my peace of mind. Not anybody else's peace of mind, but my peace of mind. So, yeah, I just started, like I said, cutting it off. I don't care who it is. As far as relationships go, boundaries are extremely important. That allows the person to know what you will and won't put up with. It's kind of like if, let's say, your significant other cheated on you and you take them back. Okay, did you set boundaries prior to taking them back, or did you just be like, okay, I'm gonna take you back, and that's just that? Like for me, when it comes time to cheating, that is a deal breaker. That's a non-negotiable. So I will immediately cut you off because I know that I told you in the very first conversation we had that cheating is a no-go for me. I am not dealing with it with anybody. So for me, once I've set that boundary in the beginning, and if you do it, I'm cutting you off. However, some people don't. So they take the person back. No type of boundaries have been set. There are no like expectations. And then you get cheated on again. Whose fault do you blame? Whose fault is it? Who is to blame? Do you blame the cheater? Or are you looking within yourself? And a lot of times we blame the cheater. But why are we blaming the cheater? Like, let's be realistic. Take your emotion out of it. Why are you blaming the cheater? Because they already showed you one time that they would cheat. You allowed them to come back without setting any type of boundaries. And they did it again. This is not Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. Oh, no, baby. We're not doing that. So you allow them to come back into your space, and anything could happen. You didn't have a conversation, and they did it. So you can't keep pointing the finger at that person for stuff that you are allowing to happen. Y'all got to start setting boundaries with people. It does not matter who it is. These boundaries need to be set immediately. So that way people will know. And like I said, after I've explained it to you, and if it's something that you continue to do, that lets me know that you don't care. you pretty much are like, fuck it at this point. And I can't be mad at you. I can only be mad at myself because I'm allowing it to continue. I hope that makes sense. Like, stop allowing people to do you any kind of way. And then you want to, oh, woe is me. Like, oh, they just doing me any kind of way. Like, I don't know why they still doing this, why they keep doing it. Da, 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 da. Newsflash, they're doing it because you are allowing them to. If you don't allow them to do it, then guess what? They're not going to do it. Set those boundaries. Like, it's not hard to do. Even when it comes time, with the child, we have to set boundaries with kids all the time. Letting them know, don't try me. Don't do this or this will happen. So my thing is, if we can do it for kids, why aren't we doing the same thing for adults? Why aren't boundaries really being set for adults? Make it make sense, y'all, because it's not making sense to me. Like, come on now, we got to get this together. When it comes time to, you could have a work relationship, and not saying like a relationship like y'all are romantic, but I'm just saying like when you're talking to somebody or whatever at work, and that person could say certain stuff, and you like, did they just say that? And you just let it slide. Then they do it again, and you're like, what? Let it slide. How many times you gonna keep on letting it slide? Speak up. Set those boundaries. And my thing is this: mature people that are able to comprehend and understand are going to get where you're coming from once you set those boundaries. And they will make the necessary adjustments. However, there are some people that are just like, I don't care. I don't care what you said. I don't care how I made you feel. This is what it is. You either gonna deal with it or you're not. And that's when you need to decide what you gonna do. But a lot of times I could say we because I'm a part of it. I was a part of it. We will allow them to keep doing the same thing to us over and over and over again. And then it's like, well, why? Like I said, like, why you keep doing this? Like, why? What did I do to deserve this? You allowed it to happen. Because after the first time, you didn't put your foot down or you didn't walk away. You just, okay, let me turn my cheek. Go ahead and slap me on the other cheek. Stop allowing people to slap you. Like, because that's what they doing. But you are allowing them to slap you because you are not setting those boundaries. We can even say when it comes time to family. Ooh. Family be the worst ones, y'all. The worst ones. Because they feel like there are no boundaries. They feel as if they are entitled to say and do whatever it is, and you are supposed to be okay with it. You're supposed to take it and deal with it. Oh, no, baby. Not I. I don't care about it being blood. Yes, blood is thicker than water, but blood will also do you dirtier than people that you don't know. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Oh, that's nothing. That's just how my sister act. That's just how my mama act. Stop making excuses for them. They're continuing to do that because you're continuing to allow it. If you don't want them to keep on hitting you up for money or to keep bringing their problems and their stress, their drama and stuff to you, then what do you have to do? Set some damn boundaries. That's just what it is at the end of the day. You have to set those boundaries because it's like, oh, well, I know she gonna listen every time I say something. I know he gonna listen every time I say something. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on going to this person. I'm gonna dump all my issues and my drama and stuff on them because they allow me to do it. Nobody else lets me do it. You know why? Because them people that set boundaries. They like, you're not finna keep on bringing your trouble, your drama to my household. You're not going to keep bringing me that same energy. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be a part of it. Get somebody else to do it. So we have to recognize the signs and nip it in the bud. And it's nothing wrong with it at all. And I can say it can definitely be difficult to do when you really like love someone, you really care, like there are feelings there. It's definitely hard. But if you don't allow people to know what you're not going to deal with and what is not okay with you, then they will continue to do it. And ultimately, you're getting hurt at the end of the day. But after so many times, you cannot blame them. You have to fault yourself. That's like they ask people, like, you know, they ask women, what caused your last relationship to end? And women are quick to say, oh, I didn't do nothing. It was this person. Like, he did, da, 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 da. We hear that all the time. And it's like, dang, every relationship, you can't just say that you didn't do nothing. Like, you just can't say that. Because you did something, you know. And even if you, let's say that is true. The last relationship, you really did not do anything. It was not on you. What happened once you caught that first red flag? And the second red flag? And the third one? How many did you catch? So then at that point, who did it end up? Who does the blame fall on? Does it fall on that person or does it fall on you? Did you set the proper boundaries? Hey, I'm not dealing with certain stuff. I'm not doing it. I have experienced this, that, and the third. If this, that, or the third happens, I see anything that resembles it, I'm done. I'm gone. You can't make me feel bad because I have told you already what I'm not going to deal with, what I'm not okay with, what I consider to be cheating, what I need, what I want. Like, that stuff has already been said. So I think that people really have to stop pointing the finger at others and start pointing the finger at themselves, because you still in the same situation because you refuse to set boundaries. It ain't nobody else's fault but yours. Take ownership. Set the boundaries. I don't care who it is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, stepmama, stepdaddy. Like, I don't care. Set them. Like, no, we not doing this. We are not. I'm not okay with it. And what I like to say is, when you did this, it made me feel like this. That is important to do, because you're putting the feeling with something that they actually did. And it's up to them to decide, dang, I don't want you to feel like that no more, so let me do differently. Or if they keep doing the same thing, then that gives you your answer too. They saying, fuck you. It is what it is. And that, at the end of the day, is on you. If you decide to continue on the relationship with this person, I can love you, but I can also love you from a distance for my peace of mind. You're not finna be stressing me out, have me crying and everything, because you don't want to have any type of understanding, true understanding, on why I'm like, no, I'm not okay with you doing this or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And I feel like when we get into relationships, we allow that person to veer outside of the boundaries that we had set. And we can do that for a number of reasons. Sometimes it can be for love. Early on, it can be because of potential. We're not dating for potential, but anyway, it can be for potential. Or it's like, oh, well, this person is doing something for me, like meaning they may be hitting a certain area of your life that you really need, and you overlooking the other stuff that is more important. Stop that. Like, stop it, stop it, stop it. Set the boundaries. And a lot of the stress that you may be going through, a lot of the drama, the pain, it won't be there anymore because you've cut that stuff off. And people are going to make you feel bad for cutting them off, but don't. You can't be mad at me because I have boundaries. Like, that don't even make sense, y'all. Make it make sense, because it don't. You cannot be mad at me. You can't fault me for that. And I'm going to continue to set boundaries. And I think that people need to start setting boundaries, because I feel like once you start and you start saying, nope, oh no, I'm not, no. Like, once you start that, you are going to have some weight lifted off of your shoulders. Because it's also with you knowing your worth. And knowing your worth is extremely important. Because if you don't know your worth, how can you expect somebody else to know it? Make it make sense. They're not going to know your worth because you don't know your worth. Which is why you bouncing from person to person. Which is why you always stressed, you always going through something, which is why you probably have a bunch of failed relationships. You need to know your worth. You have to know what boundaries need to be set. Certain lines should not be crossed. A lot of stuff we think is common sense, guess what, y'all? It's not so doggone common. It is not. Everything is not. And oh yeah, a lot of people don't have common sense. They don't. And that's on them. So that's why I have no problem explaining stuff so that it can be understood, especially when it comes time to, like, well, I don't know if y'all do this, but I'm like, well, what's your definition of cheating? Because I need to know what your definition is, because your definition may be different from my definition. Now, we would think we all are on the same accord when it comes time to cheating, but we're not. When you ask somebody that question, just listen to what they say. But my thing is, once I tell you my definition, then you already know. So you can't act oblivious to, oh, I didn't know. Nope. Because I already told you. So that's not an excuse. You can't use that excuse anymore. So, yeah, it just goes with, that's a boundary. Like, I'm not dealing with this. If you do this, to me, it's considered cheating. That is a deal breaker for me because I've already told you. Like, it is what it is, y'all. Like, for real. Like I said, with the co-workers, because, you got them co-workers that they ain't a boss, but they think they a boss, and you got to check them. Like, who is you talking to? Because I'm not the one. Or the two. Like, who is you talking to? You was not a supervisor, or you ain't no supervisor of mine. Oh, you a fake supervisor? You ain't even getting paid to be a supervisor, but you want to act like you one. Let me put you in your place. That goes to setting boundaries, y'all. That's all it is, setting boundaries. Because you letting them know you're not going to talk to me like this. You're not going to handle me any kind of way. You're going to respect me. And if you can't respect me, we're going to have a problem. Setting boundaries. I already said how it is for the family. Because they're going to be the worst ones. For real. Your family is going to be worse. Oh my gosh. Because it's going to be, if your family is used to you always helping them, whether it be financially, emotionally, physically, as far as like they may need you to like move stuff around for them and stuff like that, or to do some type of work for them, they gonna always do that. Always, all the time. They're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep draining you and pulling from you. Why? Because they know they can go to you, and they know you are a yes person, and you're gonna be okay with it. They know you're gonna roll over, and allow them to do whatever it is they want to do, because you've been doing it for probably years. When you gonna stop it? When are you going to say enough is enough? I'm not dealing with this. You are draining me. I can't move forward. But then at the same time, like I said, you have to hold yourself accountable because you allowed it to get out of control. That's like parents that have these grown kids that are off the chain. They cussing and talking to them crazy and stuff. And then the parent is like, dang, you out of control. Like, you need to watch your mouth. Watch how you talking to me and da-da-da-da. But you can't be mad at that child. You can't be mad at your child no more. Because you allowed them to do it 20 plus years. 20 plus years, it was okay. It's cute when they a baby. It's cute when they a toddler. It's cute when they growing up. Then you got the teenage years. It's very rocky and shaky. Then they become adults. Y'all get past the rocky phase, and y'all have that parental relationship. The parent and child relationship, but then you also have like sort of a friendship that has formed because they're now adults. But they've still been the same person all this time, being rude and disrespectful to you. And you never set any boundaries. You allowed it to get out of control. So now that this child of yours is grown and they disrespecting you as an adult continuously, now you mad. Now you want to set boundaries. By then, it's like too late. Because you didn't do it when you should have did it a long time ago because it was cute, remember? Like, it has to be nipped in the bud, y'all. People will do as much as you allow them to. They will. And I don't think people realize that folks are going to do exactly what you let them do. So if you let them treat you any kind of way, handle you any kind of way, guess what? They're going to continue to do that. It ain't going to change at all. They're going to keep doing it. Why should they stop? Why would if you allow me to drain you financially, mentally, however, why would I stop if I'm a taker? Takers aren't going to stop. They have no limits. They have no boundaries. I'm pretty sure somebody gave them a boundary so they know they can't go to that person with that foolishness. But they know I can always go to this person. Because they ain't never said no. They ain't never said, oh no, you can't do that. It's never been an issue. So yeah, if I need some money, I'm not even finna go over here. I'm gonna go to the person I can always get the money from. I ain't paid them back a dime. Or I may have gave them a little bit of something. But it ain't compared to all the money that I done took from them. So who's to fault? You can't fault the leech. You can't. Because the leech is going to be a leech. How long you going to let that leech stay on you and suck you dry? And not the right way. Like, how long you going to let that happen? Nip that shit in the bud. Like, no, set them boundaries. Set them. People feel like they are entitled just because you family and because y'all blood or because y'all in a relationship. No, you're not going to do me any kind of way. You're not going to handle me any kind of way. Like I said, I'm going to let you know what it is. And if you continue to do it, then you're letting me know that you don't value me, that you don't care that you may be hurting me or how you may be making me feel. And I got to take it for what it is. And like I said, I can love you, but then I got to cut you off because you don't get it. And then for that person, it's a continuous pattern, but that goes on them and their maturity. It goes on you. It doesn't have to be a continuous pattern for you, because when somebody does something that is outside of your boundaries that have been set, cut them off. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, yeah, I done gave this person some money. They was supposed to give me my money back. I ain't got nothing back. I know I can't even go. You don't part your lips come to me talking about some, can you get some money? No, you cannot. You can't. You burned that bridge with me. If I offered you money, I should not have to hassle you about getting my money back. But like I said, we have to set boundaries. A lot of people don't set boundaries. And boundaries are needed for everything. That's why there are rules set in place when it comes time to jobs, at, stores. Like, there are rules and guidelines that people have to go by. And we have to start setting those same things up outside of work when it comes time to relationships. Whether that's a romantic relationship or it has to do with family or friends. You have to. Like, even with teenagers, they be smelling themselves and everything. So they really gonna test the waters to see how far they can go. They gonna test it real hard. Oh, she don't care. She just gonna let me just do whatever. She gonna fuss and cuss, and then that's it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna get. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing it because there's no real consequences. No, you show them, okay, if you do this, this is the boundary that I'm setting. You done crossed it, and guess what? You're gonna see the consequence, and it's not gonna be what you expected it to be. It's gonna be a real hard consequence. I'm gonna take away something that you really love. And if you want it back, you're gonna have to earn it back. Like, come on, y'all. Like, set these boundaries. Whether it be with your kid, your spouse, your significant other, your mama, your daddy, at work. Like, you have to set the boundaries and stop allowing people to keep on draining you. Ain't you tired of being drained? I was tired of being drained. I was tired of it. I'm like, dang, like, it's the same thing. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm like, I'm too good of a person to keep feeling the way I'm feeling. But like I said, I can't fault nobody. I can't fault nobody but me. It's nobody's fault but mine. Because why am I allowing these people to do this stuff to me? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. I'm allowing them to drain me. I'm allowing them to not see my worth and my value. Because I'm not letting them know that they have crossed the line. That I have boundaries set. And I'm going to hold every person that comes in contact with me accountable. I am. Now with your kids, you can't cut your kids off. When they young, you can't cut them off. You can love them from afar once they get older, but you really can't cut them off. But, for instance, I can say with my biological mother, she's hell. And is full of drama and negativity. And a boundary had to be set. I am not going to deal with that in my life at all. So if you are trying to be chaotic or problematic, you cannot contact me. You will have no contact to me. Do it hurt? Yeah. Does it suck? Absolutely. But do I have peace? Yes, because I'm not stressing about what she's allowing to go on in her life and how she can put that on me. And then I'm over here trying to figure out how to help her. And she's not wanting help. She just wants a pity party, somebody to feel bad for her during that particular moment. And then boom, it's the next drama episode. I'm good. Set those boundaries. Like, I'm not, When you call me, yeah, it's okay for you to call somebody with your problems. So you have somebody to talk to. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. I'm not saying that that's the issue. My thing is when someone continuously does it, and that's the only time they contact you. You can't fault them for continuing to do what you are allowing. You just can't. Set them boundaries, y'all. Like, it's imperative. It is. And I don't think that a lot of people realize that. I'm hoping that by listening to this podcast, that y'all will really understand the importance of setting those boundaries. And what, like I said, just watch how you'll feel. Like, you'll start to feel better. You'll be like, ooh, you doing a good job. Oh, you did that. Like, go ahead. I like that right there. Like, you're going to see that. So, yeah, like, and I don't mind. Like, especially I'm in a relationship, and while in a relationship, and if he presents an issue to me, I say it quick. Like, you gotta set a boundary. You have to. We gotta set them with everybody. It can't just be for some people. No, it has to be for everybody. Everybody. When my aunt called me and she tell me stuff, I just be like, set boundaries. Set them. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you can't let somebody bleed you dry. Because that's what people will do. A lot of people are takers. And some know that they're takers. Others may not really recognize it. They have to be called out on it. But yeah, I can't fault you for continuing to bash me over the head or continuing to use me, and I'm allowing it. You know, like, it ain't on you no more. It comes on me now. It's my fault. I cannot blame you for what I am allowing to happen. So yeah, like, I just think that we have to start holding ourselves accountable more, and realizing that a lot of things occur because of us, not because of anybody else, but it's because of us, and the fact that we don't set boundaries. We don't say, I'm not going to deal with this. We just allow them to keep doing it. And then we stressed, taking it out on everybody that's not the right person. Why take out that person is stressing you out, and now you stressing your spouse out, or your significant other out, or your kids, and they have nothing to do with it. They are innocent. But you can't give that energy to the right person or the right people. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't. Anyway, y'all, that was it. That's everything that I had for this particular episode on Real Talk with B. So I hope that y'all was able to take something from this particular episode, and y'all can apply it going forward by setting those boundaries. Don't feel bad for it. Don't allow anybody to make you feel bad for setting boundaries. At the end of the day, everybody has boundaries. Everybody does. Because my thing is, if the roles are reversed, are they going to handle you the same way that you are handling them? Are they going to allow you to do the same thing that you allowing them to do to you? 9 times out of 10, the answer is going to be no. You know why? Because they do have boundaries set. They know what they will and what they won't put up with. And that's the difference. Because they're not going to put up with the same stuff that you are allowing. So y'all set y'all boundaries. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment to my podcast, y'all. Like, I definitely appreciate y'all for listening and being here with me again for another episode of Real Talk with B. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all days. Bye.